Hey guys, Tony here. I just want to talk about more why I got the World Cup off for Lionel Messi to win. Why it makes sense why 2022 is a year for Messi to win the World Cup, and it's just a matter of timing and just being a year off and just being aware that the elites can have a bogus script out there that is meant to deceive us. It doesn't mean that a script was flipped. It just means that was a bogus script put out in place right now. So that really explains why Pope Francis' birthday is 210 days from the day of the final. July the 15th of 2018, World Cup champions equals 210, 84. What would have been Argentina's 84th game? So these kind of things exist. It is just something to look out for. It just means that you may be off on the year in which a certain team wins. So that's just a reality. And notice that the 2022 World Cup is being held at the Middle East. And it just makes sense why that's fitting into the ultra-orthodox Jewish belief of the Messiah returning. What really was happening with the Jesus crucifixion reenactment against Iceland, the team with the cross, 1-1, missing the penalty, the moment their hopes were dying, Argentina, and then seeing the game where everyone was wearing black. After Argentina wore black the first game against Iceland, they wore black against Argentina, Croatia. Sampoli did, and so did Diego Maradona. So all of these things that I mentioned have merit and truth to them. But what Messi's exit in this World Cup really symbolized was that no one believes he's going to play another World Cup again, that this is his last World Cup. And this is sort of like what is going to happen with the death of Jesus, is that when Jesus died, right, the story goes that no one has ever came back again from the dead, but do you believe Jesus is going to come back once again, one last time? So this is what we have with Lionel Messi here is he going to come back and play when he's 35 years old? And I do believe that Lionel the Messiah will be symbolically resurrected from the dead 4 years from now to showcase his number one life path. June 6, 24 adds up 6, 1987, 25, 5 plus 2, 7, 19, 9 plus 1, 10, then single digits, 1 plus 0, 1. So that is Lionel Messi's life path, numerology of 1. And that's why he's going to showcase his leadership skills when he leads this next generation of players to World Cup victory. I believe it is rebirth that equals 44. Sort of like hope equaling 44, Argentina equals 44. Or the fact is that heartbreak equals 44. What Argentina experienced, but still they're going to pull away and end up pulling more silverware than teams like France and Spain, for instance, that may very well remain at one World Cups when it's all said and done with the way how Brazil are played in this World Cup. So it is the Orthodox Jews that don't believe that the Messiah, don't believe in establishing Israel until the Messiah comes back again. That's the Orthodox Jewish belief. And I think that is what the story of Exodus goes. And we're going to see an exodus of guys from the failed generation. Mascherano, Biglia, Higuain. Di Maria had a great game. He may have played his last game. Aguero possibly too. So this is Messi, the number one life path numerology. He's got to go ahead and be the leader for this next generation. For Mauro Icardi to find a way to play with Paulo Dybala and Icardi and serve as a midfield playmaking role. And Messi, he can play till he's 35 or he's 40. He doesn't rely on speed and all of this. He's got very quick agility. This guy is a magician. A magician that is Lionel Messi. So the Messiah, the ultra-orthodox Jews, they believe that the Messiah must come back to establish Israel. That man must not do that. Israel's in the Middle East. The 2022 World Cup is at the Middle East as well, over at Qatar, not that far away from Israel. By the way, they have friendly relations with Israel, Qatar. So the Messiah will come back again. He will go to the Middle East to win the World Cup. It is here to stay at Qatar. This symbolizes the return of the Messiah to the homeland. Messi winning the World Cup at the Middle East. This is what this is all going to symbolize. And Lionel Messi, the sponsor on the Barcelona jersey, Qatar Airlines, yeah, he's going to win at Qatar. May not be Barcelona's sponsor today, if it isn't, but he's still nonetheless, it was a sponsor of Barcelona at some point in time. So Lionel Messi, he's going to learn from this World Cup. He's going to showcase his life path, numerology here. He's going to go ahead and find a way to play with Icardi and Paulo Dybala. They're going to put Lamela on the World Cup squad as well for the next one. They need to find better defenders than Otamendi for the next World Cup. This Argentina rebuild with Gallardo from River Plate is going to be a beauty to see. But this is what's happening, is that the Messiah will return. He will come back from the dead. No one out there except me and a few others believe that Messi's going to play in another World Cup. He will. He isn't done yet. He's going to fight all the way until the end. I'm not going to retire until I realize my dream of winning the World Cup for my country. That's what Lionel Messi said June the 24th. He is going to be here to stay. He will do whatever it takes to make it work with Icardi and Dybala now. Messi has no choice but to showcase his natural-born leader, life path numerology of 1. Messi has no choice right now but to do that. We are seeing the life path play out over the course of the next 4 years. Now, Copa America may not be a guarantee for Argentina, but I think that this team would be able to be something special. If Messi can create a golden generation here, then Argentina can go take it. At the least, I will say that Argentina are going to win the 2022 World Cup against Italy, dealing with the Bishop of Rome script once again. Pope Francis, a day after his 86th birthday, Argentina last won the World Cup in the year 86. So I learned my lesson from the bogus script that the elites put in front of us for Russia. I have to be aware of that for any league in the future. It is something to beg the question. It's something to ponder. I've seen it with Manuel Neuer already not being able to return. So yeah, the Messiah is going to return to the homeland. He's going to go to the Middle East. That's what Messi's World Cup exit symbolizes. No one thinks he'll come back at 35. I thought his last World Cup would be at Russia, but I see now why his last World Cup is going to end with Argentina winning the final. He's here to return and deliver. He was not supposed to visit Israel this World Cup since he wasn't going to be the Messiah yet. This all symbolized what was going to happen 4 years ago. The script has always been on point, but it's about timing. Timing is everything. The GOAT is number 8 in the order. It turns out that 8 years from the final in 2014 is when Argentina are going to win, when Messi would be the GOAT. And it wouldn't be the 8th World Cup since Argentina last won it that they would end up winning it. It turns out that 8 full World Cups would have to be played first before Argentina win it. So they're totally going to win it. Messi, Argentina, La Joya Dybala are going to win the World Cup in 2022 at Qatar. where the Messiah delivers at the Middle East.